Okay, if you watched that 90s show, don't worry about spoilers. If you haven't, don't watch because, well, you're going to be spoiled. But in this video, I'm going to be talking about a few unanswered questions that I really wish we did get answers for in the 10 episode season of this series. Now, mind you, I get that 10 episodes isn't exactly a lot to work with, not to mention each episode being 22 minutes long. So again, there's only so much you can fit into these episodes. On top of that, I understand that the original cast for that 70s show, mainly the teens, aren't the focus of this series. Jackie, Kelso, Fez, Donna, Eric, all came in for one or maybe a couple scenes at best, and that was their, whole thing. But at the same time, I do wish we could have filled in the gaps of, okay, so what were these characters up to? I mean, not all the characters were, displaying what they did for a living. For example, you had Jackie and Kelso pop up in the first episode, but what are they doing in terms of their careers? Did Jackie continue on being a success with television? What is Michael up to? I mean, given that he was wearing a suit, I thought he was maybe in some sort of business profession or something. Keep in mind that, we know his father worked at an office job or something. I remember that one episode of that 70s show where I think the kids or teens, they go to their parents' job or something like that. But the thing about it is, I think Kelso was in police academy or a cop towards the end of that 70s show, but who knows if he's still a cop in the 90s given his tendencies of, being Kelso. And then when it comes to Eric, we do know that he's an adjunct professor at a college, and he teaches a class on the religion of Star Wars. Donna, I don't believe we got any, dialogue regarding what she does for a living. Did she continue on doing radio? I remember one episode from season 3 or something. Actually, it was a mini arc of her having a successful radio show in Point Place. And then she was going to college at the end of the series, but we don't know if she actually went or did she stay at home when Eric returned in the finale of the show. There are a lot of questions that unfortunately we never get answers for in regards to what the original cast had been doing. Heck, we know Fez has a successful chain of salons, so there's that. But yeah, I think aside from Fez and Eric, we don't know what the OG cast were up to. Of course, Hyde, I already talked about that in a separate video, but yeah, we have no idea what was up with them. Also, second unanswered question, Lori wasn't seen or mentioned once. Lori, the older or the eldest child of Kitty and Red, was not mentioned once, and she was the apple of her father's eye, yet we didn't get any mention of what she was up to, or, Leia talking about her auntie Lori. No mention of that whatsoever. Why wasn't that ever brought up? Next question. I did a short on this, but I really wish we would have gotten a reaction. And I know it boils down to the original cast members only being on for one or two scenes at most without, them taking up the entirety of the focus. But I really wish that we would have at least gotten a reaction from, let's say, Jackie and Michael and or Donna and Eric. How did they feel about their children dating each other? Yes, the son of Michael and Jackie dating the daughter of Donna and Eric, and yet we get no kind of, my mom says or my dad says this, that kind of thing. When Donna showed up because she thought Leah was about to have sex, and at that point her and Jay weren't a thing. But the question was, what would Donna have said if she found out Michael and Jackie's son was hitting on her daughter? Would she warn them about the Kelsos? Obviously there was the episode where they did talk about it, how, what is it about Kelsos, their hair and that kind of stuff. But it's just one of those things where I really wish we would have gotten more of a reaction from Jackie and Michael. I think I was more interested in Jackie and Michael because of the fact that we get that Jay was kind of changing his womanizing ways for Leah. So I can imagine Michael having a interesting talk with his son about how, us Kelsos have a reputation around here, but hey, be careful with her because she's not just any girl. She's, the daughter of two good friends of, me and your mom. So be a gentleman with her. That would have been a great development moment for Michael. Also, slipped my mind. In the finale, when Donna came to pick up Leah and she revealed, how she got heartbroken and she's mad at Kelso. That's when Donna revealed, oh yeah, those Kelsos will do that to you. But yeah, I still wish we would have gotten a reaction, like the first reaction, like, hey, I'm dating the daughter of two of your friends, or hey, I'm dating the son of two of your friends. And we could have had like one of those split screens, like, wait, you're dating that kid? That kind of thing. That would have been great. But yeah, we didn't have anything like that. Also, well, then again, this is a running gag. I know when Kitty was about to reveal Fez's home country, the kettle went off and we didn't hear it. But I really think those are some main questions I wish we would have got answers for. Another one, okay, so the series takes place in 1995. That 70s show ended as the New Year's bell was ringing, and it was 1980. Leia is 14 and she had her 15th birthday in the show. Meaning that, holy crap, Donna and Eric must have wasted no time getting, a kid cooking in her belly, because if she is 15, because like I said, that 70 show ended January 1st, 1980. That 90 show takes place in, I think, July of 1995. And if Leia, her birthday must be in like late July or August, that means Donna and Eric probably, she was probably born. Wow. Yeah, that's not. Yeah, things aren't really adding up. Unless 9 months pregnant. I don't know. Well, basically, I want to know like what happened like after the finale of that 70s show. That would be great to fill in that gap. Like, did Donna leave town to go to college? Did she stay in Point Place with Eric? Given that Eric teaches at a college, was it the college that Donna attended? We just don't know the answers to these questions, and it goes back to kind of like what is the original cast up to within the continuity of the show. And then another question I wanted to know was, well, when it came down to Fez, for example, when it got to Jackie, I know he explained how they broke up, the fact that she got together with Michael again. What exactly happened to him after that? Like, did he go back to his womanizing ways from the final season of that 70s show? Did he ever hook up with Caroline again? She was probably one of my favorite Fez love interest, despite being, psycho. But to end up with, Gwen and Nate's mom kind of feels a bit forced to me, because I feel like, I would have rather him be with somebody else, but that's just me. But yeah, those are pretty much some of the handful of questions I had about the series. Notice that my questions really geared more towards the older characters as opposed to the new teens. And even the question I had about Leia and Jay, that was more focused on their parents and those two. I mean, sure, you can ask the question of, wait a minute, what about the Nate and Leia thing? That came completely out of left field. Seriously, that was like in the last 10 minutes of the finale. There was no build up to it at all. And I mean, another question I could ask about the teens is, what exactly draws them together as friends? I think Gwen told Leia about how they're pretty much all outcasts, so that's how they gravitated together. But keep in mind that in the series, it's established that Nikki and Gwen never really hung out before. And I mean, does that mean Gwen and like Nate are kind of just friends? And as a result, the group kind of came together, because Nate being bros with Jay would actually make sense to him and Nikki being linked to the circle. And I guess Ozzy being an outcast just kind of makes him fit. And then Leia is the next door neighbor, so I guess it kind of blends together, but I don't know. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Are there any unanswered questions that you wish we would have got answers for in the first season of that 90s show? Let me know in the comments, and I will catch you in the next one.